Today we are going to talk about seminar. In project session, we learned project presentation involves stating your results and a discussion on how the results come to be, as well as delivering effective presentation. In this unit, structure of seminar will be covered, and skills on how to make a convincing argument will be discussed. Giving a seminar is a great opportunity to share your knowledge and experience with other people. Public speaking can be daunting, but practice and preparation can minimize any of these anxieties. To give your best seminar, you need to, number one, state the research question you have created. A research question is what you will attempt to answer with your research. Creating a research question will help you to stay focused as you research your topic. It can also serve as the starting point for your presentation and for your thesis later on as well. Number two, illustrate ways of collecting research for your paper. Tell your peers how you would begin by doing some background research and then move into some more focused research as you learn more about your topic. Number three, present your claims and research. Make sure that each body paragraph focuses a single claim or piece of evidence. Your discussion of each of these separate items should help to prove your thesis. 4. Conclude your paper. Some possibilities for concluding your paper include A. Synthesize what you have discussed. B. Explain why your topic matters. C. Return to your opening discussion. Number 5. Provide relevant background information to guide your audience. Provide adequate background information or context will help to guide your audience through your presentation. Number 6. Acknowledgement and defenses. Tell your audience who has worked with you, if there's any, and what help you have gained from your peers. Meanwhile, get ready for the questions from your peers. Now you have a general idea of how to do a seminar, but how can you persuade others in your argument? Now we will move on to how to make convincing argument. Learning to construct a solid argument and understanding the people you are arguing with will enable you to convince anyone of anything. But how? Number 1, define the terms of the discussion. Get an authorized definition of what you want to talk with. Number 2, develop your reasoning. You need to define and articulate the main point you are trying to make and assemble supporting evidence that backs it up. Number 3, back up your reasoning with vivid examples and evidence. You need to use memorial and striking details that will illustrate your points for you. There are other skills applied in your daily arguments as well that can be followed, like being assertive, polite, and identifying others' objections and motivations. Keep these skills in mind so you can make your defense better. In this session, we talked about when doing a seminar, use the research question to open your presentation. Then state the ways of collecting research for your paper. Then conclude your seminar. When arguing on the points, define the term and give your evidence. Watch the video. Find out the research question.
Hello, my group member. Today I'm going to talk about what I have prepared in the past month. I'm going to share my study from these perspectives on introduction, applications, recent developments and trends, and then question to end my talk. You have learned my focus is games used in the science and engineering education. First of all, I'm going to show you a table which shows that the US isn't graduating enough science and engineering undergraduates compared with other countries like China and Singapore. The table shows there are less students choose to study degrees in engineering and sciences, while in Singapore the percentage is over 60. There are reasons lead to the problem. Firstly, lecture format teaching in science and engineering classes is not effective. Secondly, the lecture format is used for economic, not educational reason. As we all know, science and engineering education is vital for economic competitiveness and national security. So how can we tangle with this situation? Using computer games to teach may have the potential to solve the problem. Here are some of the potentials listed. Number one, massive reach. Number two, effective learning paradigm. Number three, enhanced brain chemistry. Number four, time on task. Number five, learning outcomes data. How is the effect of the method applied in teaching? Examples are from the car design sources and the biology teaching. In biology teaching, Virtual Cell is a biology teaching tool developed by the research at the North Dakota State University. Players navigate around inside a cell to learn about its components. There is a similar type of game called Geology Explorer in class, and there are many achievements. Now I will move on to the third session, recent developments and trends. The field of the sales game in education is undergoing rapid growth. Sales games is regarded as a respectable field by the academic community, which invited more fun investigation and more theory-related conferences are held. To sum up, sales games certainly have the potential to improve the education in science and engineering. However, the scope in which they may be applied is perhaps more limited, and such games are perhaps more useful in primary and secondary science and engineering education than at undergrad level. This might talk about introduction of the games applied in the engineering and education. Thank you. Now it's time to hear your suggestion and your comments about this topic.
I have a question. As you showed to us, the education games are much beneficial to us. Why aren't there so many education games like this?
It's a good question. On the one hand, you can see the game format teaching is a new method and a new way in education of science and engineering. Maybe there are only a few games like this in, on the society. But I think more and more people are adopting this method and adopting this context. On the other hand, you can see these games may be more useful for the primary school student, but if for us undergraduate level, maybe we can gather further education or further knowledge from this game.
Okay, thank you.
I have a question. As we all know, playing games can be addictive, which can lead to deviations in our goals. So how can we deal with this problem to achieve our desired goals?
Okay, I like this question. Firstly, we need to know that the goal of this game education is to transmit knowledge, not for entertainment. So, for the game producer, they need to remember this goal. If we can control the source of the game, we will prevent the game addiction or other negative phenomena. Okay, any other questions?
No.
Okay, thanks for your listening.
Next session will be poster presentation. Thanks for listening. See you next time.